English Bridge Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome to the English Bridge Podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Luna. So happy to have you here with us today. Wherever you're listening from right now, whether you're on the bus, making coffee, or just lying in bed, hi, we see you.
And this is actually our very first episode, so we're really glad you're starting this journey with us. The idea behind this show is pretty simple. Luna and I just talk. We have real conversations in English about life, about everyday topics, about things that actually matter to people. And by listening to us, you naturally improve your English. Your listening and understanding gets better, and little by little, your speaking gets better too, while gently helping you level up your life at the same time.
Exactly. We're not here to give you grammar rules or hand you a list of words to memorize. We're just two people having a real conversation, the kind of English you'll actually hear in real life. And the more you listen, the more it starts to feel natural to you. That's the whole idea.
Think of it like this. Every episode is like sitting at a coffee shop and listening to two friends talk, except those friends are speaking English, and every conversation is helping you level up without even realizing it.
And we try to talk about things that everyone can relate to, things from our own lives, our own experiences. So it never feels like studying. It just feels like listening to people talk.
Which, honestly, is one of the best ways to learn a language. So relax, listen, and let your English grow naturally, okay?
Okay, so today's topic. Sam, do you want to tell them?
Yes. So today we are talking about motivation, specifically how to get motivated. And Luna, I have to be honest with you before we even start. This morning, I almost didn't get out of bed.
Wait, really? What happened?
I just had zero energy. My alarm went off at 7, I turned it off, went back to sleep, woke up at 9, looked at my to-do list, and just thought, nope, not today.
Oh my God, I know that feeling so well. It's like your brain just refuses to cooperate.
Exactly. And it's funny because today's topic is literally about motivation, and I struggled to get motivated to even record this episode, which maybe makes me the perfect person to talk about it.
Ha, that's actually kind of perfect, because I think a lot of people listening right now feel exactly the same way sometimes. Like they know what they want to do. Maybe it's studying English, maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's working on a project, but they just can't get themselves to start.
Yes, and we're going to talk about all of that today. Real talk, real stories, no boring advice, just us figuring it out together, honestly.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with a question. Luna, what does motivation actually mean to you? Like, not the dictionary definition. What does it feel like?
For me, motivation feels like that spark, you know? Like when you suddenly want to do something so badly that you just get up and do it without even thinking. Like, I remember when I first decided I wanted to learn how to cook. I was watching this cooking show, and I just got so excited that I went straight to the kitchen at 11 p.m. and started making pasta from scratch.
No way. You don't even know how to cook pasta.
I know. I was fully motivated. I didn't care that it was late. I didn't care that I'd never made pasta before. I just wanted to do it, and it actually turned out really good.
That's such a good example, because that's what motivation really is. It's that internal push, that thing inside you that says, I want this, and your body just follows.
But then, and this is the thing, the next day I tried to make it again, and I was like, the excitement was gone. I made it anyway, but it felt different.
Right, because that first night you had something that felt almost like an emotional rush. And that's actually one of the most important things to understand about motivation. It comes and goes. It's not permanent. It's not this constant thing that you either have or you don't.
Which is why some days feel so easy and other days feel impossible, even if nothing has really changed.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people, especially when they're learning something like English, they wait for motivation to show up before they start. Like, I'll study when I feel like it. But the problem is, sometimes you never feel like it.
And then nothing gets done. I did that for so long when I was learning. I'd wait until I was in the mood and then wonder why I wasn't improving.
Same. I had a friend once.
A really smart guy. He wanted to learn guitar for years, bought the guitar, left it in the corner of his room for 18 months because he kept waiting to feel motivated.
Oh no, the corner guitar. I think everyone has a version of that in their life. Something they bought or planned and then never started.
What's your corner guitar, Luna?
Oh, a journal. I bought this beautiful journal like 2 years ago. It's still empty. I keep saying I'll write in it when I feel inspired, and yet...
The empty journal. Classic. So yes, the first thing we want you to take from today is this. Motivation is not something you wait for, it's something you create. And we're going to talk about how.
But before we talk about how to get motivated, let's be honest about why we lose it, because I think that's just as important.
Yes. Okay, so let's think about this. Have you ever started something with so much energy and excitement, and then a few weeks later it's completely dead? Like the feeling just disappeared.
All the time. I remember when I decided I was going to run every morning. I woke up at 6, went for a run, came back feeling amazing. Day 1, perfect. Day 2, still going. Day 3, it was raining. I thought, okay, just today I'll skip. And then I never ran again.
The rain, it got you.
The rain ended my entire running career in 3 days.
But that's actually such a real example. Because one of the biggest reasons people lose motivation is that they hit one small obstacle, rain, a bad day, one missed session, and they treat it like it's all over.
And then the longer you wait to get back, the harder it feels to restart. Like you built up this idea in your head that it's going to be painful to go back.
Yes, the gap gets bigger and the imagined difficulty gets bigger too, even though in reality, it's probably fine. I've done that with language learning. I missed a few days of practice once, and then I felt so guilty about missing it that I avoided it even more.
The guilt spiral. That's a real thing. You miss something, you feel bad, you avoid it because it makes you feel bad, and then you miss it more.
And there's another big reason people lose motivation: comparison. Like you start learning English, you're feeling good about yourself, and then you see someone online who's been learning for the same amount of time and sounds completely fluent. And suddenly you feel like you're failing, even though you're not.
Oh, social media is terrible for this, honestly, because you're seeing someone's highlight reel, their best moments, and comparing it to your daily experience, which includes all the struggles and boring bits.
Exactly. Nobody posts a video of themselves staring at a grammar exercise for 40 minutes and understanding nothing. They post the moment they had a perfect conversation with a native speaker.
And the last thing I'd add is people lose motivation when they don't see results fast enough. We live in this world where everything is instant. You can get food delivered in 20 minutes. You can stream any movie right now. You can get any information in seconds. And so when something takes months or years to develop, like a language, it feels wrong. It feels too slow.
That's such a good point. Learning is uncomfortable because the results are invisible for a long time. You put in the effort today and you don't see anything different today. The change is happening underneath the surface, but you can't see it yet.
And so people quit just before the results start to show, which is heartbreaking when you think about it.
It really is. Okay, so we've lost motivation before. We know why it happens. Now let's actually talk about how to build it back up and keep it.
Okay, so the first thing, and this sounds simple, but it changed everything for me, is knowing your real reason. Not the surface reason, but the deep reason.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, if someone says, I want to learn English, that's a surface reason. But if you ask why do you want to learn English? Maybe they say, to get a better job. Okay, but why do you want a better job? Maybe because they want to support their family, or because they want to feel proud of themselves, or because they dreamed of living in another country since they were a child. That deeper reason, that's what keeps you going when things get hard.
Because the surface reason is easy to forget, but the deep reason is connected to something emotional, something personal, and emotions are powerful.
Exactly. For me, when I was learning English, my deep reason was that my grandmother had always dreamed of traveling and never got the chance. And I wanted to do it for both of us. So every time I wanted to quit, I thought of her and I kept going.
That's really beautiful, Luna. And that's the kind of reason that doesn't disappear on a hard day.
It really doesn't. So that's the first thing. Find your real why.
The second thing I want to talk about is making it stupidly easy to start, like removing every possible excuse.
Oh, tell me more.
So I read about this idea where if you want to build a habit, you make the starting step so small that it feels ridiculous not to do it. Like instead of saying, I'm going to study English for 1 hour every day, you say, I'm going to open my English app for 2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes.
And then what happens?
Well, what usually happens is once you open the app, once you've started, you keep going. Because starting is genuinely the hardest part. The resistance is always at the beginning. Once you're in it, it flows.
That's so true. It's like, have you ever not wanted to watch a movie, but someone puts it on, and after 5 minutes, you're completely into it?
Every single time. My flatmate does this to me. Just watch 5 minutes, he says. 3 hours later, we finish the whole film.
Classic. So the starting is the barrier. Lower the barrier.
Exactly. Don't think about the whole hour. Just think about the beginning.
Another thing that really helped me was building a routine around something I already did. So instead of trying to create a completely new habit from scratch, I attached it to something I was already doing.
Like what?
So every morning I make coffee. That's non-negotiable. I always make coffee. And I started listening to an English podcast while the coffee was brewing. It became so automatic. Now, if I make coffee and I'm not listening to something in English, it feels strange.
That's such a smart approach. You attach the new thing to the existing thing, so you're not fighting your routine, you're using it.
And it doesn't feel like effort because it's just part of something you already do.
I also think, and this is something I really believe, you have to stop relying on motivation alone and start thinking about discipline. Because motivation is emotional, it goes up and down, but discipline is a decision. It's saying, I'm going to do this even when I don't feel like it, not because I'm feeling inspired, but because I decided this matters to me.
And the interesting thing is, the more you act, even without motivation, the more confident you feel. And confidence actually brings motivation back. It's like a cycle.
Yes, do the thing, feel better about yourself, want to do the thing again. The action comes before the feeling, not after.
We always think it's the other way around. We wait to feel motivated so we can act. But actually, you act first and the feeling follows.
That completely changed how I approach things. I stopped asking, do I feel like doing this? And started asking, did I decide to do this? And if the answer is yes, I do it.
Okay, but here's the harder question. How do you stay motivated over months, over years? Because a lot of people can get motivated for a week, but staying motivated for a long journey, like learning a language, that's a different challenge.
That's where most people fall off, honestly.
I think one of the most important things is celebrating small wins, like genuinely celebrate them. Because we have this tendency to only feel good when we reach the big goal, but the big goal might be a year away. You can't wait a year to feel good about yourself.
No, that's too long. You'll quit way before that.
So instead, celebrate the small things. Today, I understood a joke in English. That's worth celebrating. Today, I had a full conversation without switching to my first language. That's amazing. Today, I learned a new phrase and used it naturally. Yes, that's progress.
And the reason celebrating matters is it trains your brain to associate the activity with positive feelings. So instead of English feeling like a chore, it starts to feel like something that makes you feel good.
And then you naturally want to come back to it.
Another thing I found really helpful, and this might sound a bit old-fashioned, is writing things down. Like actually having a notebook where you write what you're working on and what you've achieved.
It's not old-fashioned at all. There's something really powerful about seeing your progress written down. Like going back and reading, 3 months ago, I couldn't understand this podcast, and now you can. That's real, tangible evidence that you're improving.
And on the hard days, when you feel like nothing is working, you have proof. You can look back and see, actually, things have changed.
I also think it really helps to have people around you who are on the same journey. Not necessarily people who are better than you, just people who are also working on something, because it normalizes the struggle.
Yes, when you see someone else pushing through a hard day, it makes it easier to push through yours. And when someone else celebrates a win, it reminds you that wins are possible.
Even just sharing what you're doing with someone, a friend, a family member, even strangers in a community online, creates a sense of accountability. You feel more committed when someone else knows what you're doing.
And the last thing I want to say, and this is something I had to learn the hard way, is that it's okay to have bad days. Like, it's not just okay, it's normal, it's expected. Anyone who has ever achieved anything meaningful has had days where they felt like giving up.
The difference isn't that successful people never feel unmotivated. The difference is what they do on those days.
Exactly. On bad days, maybe you do less. Maybe you do the bare minimum, but you do something. You keep the thread going. You don't cut it completely.
Because restarting from zero is always harder than continuing at a slower pace.
So give yourself permission to have bad days, as long as you don't give yourself permission to quit.
Okay, Sam, I think that's a beautiful place to end. This has honestly been one of my favorite conversations we've had.
Mine too. I feel more motivated right now than I did this morning, which is honestly a miracle considering how that started.
The man who couldn't get out of bed is now fully inspired.
A changed man, completely.
All right, before we go, let's do a quick word tour.
Yeah, let's get into it.
First, motivation.
Motivation means the reason you want to do something, the thing that pushes you to take action.
You can say, I lost my motivation to study this week.
Or, she found the motivation to start again.
So motivation is that inner push. Let's repeat it. Motivation.
Motivation. Next word, discipline.
Discipline means doing something even when you don't feel like doing it.
You can say, he has the discipline to study every day.
Or she stayed disciplined even when she was tired.
So discipline is about action, not feeling. Let's repeat it. Discipline.
Discipline. Next word, habit.
A habit is something you do regularly, almost automatically.
You can say listening to English every day became a habit.
Or, he built a habit of practicing before bed.
So habits make things easier over time. Let's repeat it. Habit.
Habit. Next word, routine.
Routine means doing something in the same way, again and again.
You can say, I added English to my morning routine.
Or her routine helps her stay focused every day.
So routine gives structure. Let's repeat it. Routine.
Routine. Next word, progress.
Progress means improving, moving forward step by step.
You can say, I'm making progress with my English.
Or, he saw progress after practicing every day.
So even small steps matter. Let's repeat it. Progress.
Progress. Next word, consistent.
Consistent means doing something regularly without stopping.
You can say, be consistent with your practice.
Or she stayed consistent for months and improved a lot.
So consistency builds results. Let's repeat it. Consistent.
Consistent. Next word, obstacle.
An obstacle is something that blocks you, a difficulty.
You can say, don't stop because of one small obstacle.
Or, he faced many obstacles but kept going.
So obstacles are normal. Let's repeat it. Obstacle.
Obstacle. Next word, guilt.
Guilt is the feeling you get when you think you did something wrong or didn't do something you should have done.
You can say, I felt guilt after missing a few days of practice.
Or she didn't let guilt stop her from continuing.
So don't stay stuck in guilt. Let's repeat it. Guilt.
Guilt. Next word, comparison.
Comparison means looking at others and measuring yourself against them.
You can say, comparison made me feel like I wasn't good enough.
Or, he stopped comparison and focused on his own progress.
So focus on your own journey. Let's repeat it.
Comparison.
Comparison. Next word, confidence.
Confidence means believing in yourself and your ability.
You can say, practice built my confidence.
Or, she spoke with confidence after months of learning.
So confidence grows with action. Let's repeat it. Confidence.
Confidence.
All right, that's it for today's word tour. Okay, everyone, if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Genuinely, we know your time is precious and we're so glad you spent some of it with us.
We'd love to hear from you. What's your motivation for learning English? Drop it in the comments. And if you know someone who's been struggling to stay motivated lately, share this episode with them. It might be exactly what they need.
We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, keep showing up, even on the hard days, especially on the hard days.
Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.